Hi everyone, welcome back to the channel. This was supposed to be my day off, so I thought. Um, so I'm human like everybody else, and recently I have found a few challenging um, issues or remarks with some people regarding what's taking place on a cyclical nature with our solar systems and everything, our you know, dueling stars. And it wasn't frustration out of ego, it was frustration out of knowing the importance of my mission, which is to help awaken all of you to your full potential. And that can't be done if everyone is too busy dickering over whether the math really adds up or if this is really going to happen or that's really going to happen, because all of that's actually irrelevant anyway. And to be honest with you, if like we were having this my way, if this was my plan would be that nobody knows about that at all, because I feel like more people are going to feel the fear and the animosity of it than to feel empowered. And I'm here to help you get empowered. I'm here to help you take your chains off because I really have the key. I can show you you have the key and it's easy to find and use. But everybody wants to dicker over this, that, and the other. They want to stay busy in this and stay busy in that. And so I have found it quite frustrating lately. And, I'm human. So what did I do? I turned to my guides and God, and I started asking about it, praying about it. Tell me how to deal with this. Tell me how to cope with this. Tell me how I'm going to be patient. Basically, how am I going to be patient any further? Because I know that in a matter of speaking, the clock is ticking, right? Um, Even though we can manipulate time. But if we're not awake enough to know who we are and to change things, we can't manipulate the time well enough to be effective the way that the plan hopes we will be effective, which is everyone, knowing their full potential and truly understanding that to the point that we really can block planets, asteroids, comets, and yes, even dwarf stars from causing any kind of destruction at all. We could control the volcanoes so that they don't devastate cities and lives and livelihoods. We could help ease the earthquakes and the storms, raise the dead, cure our own diseases. We are that powerful. We could eradicate any pandemic, any of them, if we came together and understood our true power. And for me, telling all of you about the binary star, trinary, probably four, really, probably four. Um, and if Jupiter's birthing another one, then five pretty soon. So, um, telling you about all of that, in my opinion, doesn't empower the majority. It instills fear and panic. And let's start packing our bags and learning how to survive, be preppers. Um, because you're already throwing in the towel. You're already given up. Your fate is sealed, and so is mine, right? Sort of. Not really, but sort of, in a manner of speaking. So if it were my plan, you wouldn't know those things. You wouldn't know any of those. But it isn't my plan. It's God's plan. And I've been told very loudly and clearly that you also need to know those things, those other truths, including that one. That's a big one. There are a lot of big ones, but that's the biggest of the big ones. But so then, because I'm also human, not that I'm doubting, but my analytical mind is weighing pros and cons and the evens and the odds, and knowing in the back of my teacher brain that I need to prepare the students to know how to prep and survive and do all those things as well, just in case, fail safe, plan B. Okay. So in my praying and in my asking for guidance and patience and understanding and all of these things, I was clearly shown that it's okay for me to still teach those things. That's all fine and good because they are necessary things. And on some level, everyone needs to know them, period. It's important skills to know, um, including knowing the herbs and which herbs are good for us. That's something that we're going to need to know for a very long time if we want to remain healthy and not in constant healing mode, right? Because just because we can heal ourselves doesn't mean we should have to stay focused on that 24/7. We should be able to focus on other things as well. And so, in order to do that, of course, you have to keep your body healthy and you have to know what things are good for you, including the herbs. So, it's all fine and good for me to still teach those things. And, of course, I'm grateful for that because I love those things. And, I think plan B is a good idea. But um, anyway, I was told to do this video and to say whatever I wanted to say and then to channel and tell you what the custodians, the curators want to say. Okay? So bear with me for just a moment. Okay, sorry about that. My headset messed up or something. I hope that all of what I just said actually recorded. So I'm just going to tap into their energy. And this is Archangel Uriel and Aurora that I speak with, by the way. Praise be to the one that is on high, the Almighty, the Creator, the source of our being and existence. Yes, you should give him the glory for all of your great works, for it will keep you humble, and that is necessary. And also, for you are the vessel, you are the conduit, though you also of him are who creates. Thus, you are a creator yourselves. But first, you must address your issues with choosing to fully awaken. Your gifts of healing and intuition, creating matter, manipulating matter, removing or repurposing matter is your sacred gift that you are not allowing to come through at this time. So now we must speak of these sacred gifts. We must speak of these energy senses, and you must understand what it means to say that pure love is the key. You do indeed have a support team around you. You've heard the saying, where one gathers or more gather in his name. Two minds are better than one. Three minds are better than two, and so on and so forth. Four or more minds, and you are unstoppable. It is time now, loved ones, for judgment. You are being asked to let go of all judgments and all forgiven for those who have judged you. You must trust and forgive at this time. It is time for you to let down your guard and to learn to trust again. It is time for approval, dear ones. Choose to approve of yourself and of others, and then others will approve of you as well. You must look and heal your inner child. You are currently healing a lot of old emotional wounds. You must learn to embrace them. Look deep within you, face them head on, and release them. It is now time for tough love. It is time to tell the truth about the things that you have been avoiding within yourselves. Speaking up, your soul is guiding you to stand in your light and to speak your truth at this time. You are being called to do so, or you would not be here. This is a time and opportunity to clear karma. You may be involved in a situation that is requiring justice or fairness in your lives. And old habits are hard to break indeed. But an old habit may be keeping you from growing and moving forward. It is time to use your energy healing abilities, your natural ability to heal yourself and the others is now called for and needed. It is time, loved ones, to face your fears. Your fears are keeping you from moving forward into the life that you not only deserve, but is your birthright. It is time to protect and cleanse the auric fields. It is time to call in energy and protection to shield you, clear you, and strengthen your aura, which is strong and big. You must feel the essence of all of you. It is time to become aware and embrace your spiritual gifts. You are now in that process of developing and fine-tuning your spiritual gifts. Your soul is yearning for new ways to align with your passion and your purpose in your careers, in your families, in your relations of all kinds. You need to pay attention to the angel numbers that are your signs. The angels are trying to deliver messages to you and help to guide you. Your soul is yearning to be outside in nature, around the healing waters, the flowers, and the trees. You, loved ones, are hidden treasures. You have brilliant, untapped potential just waiting to be explored. And always remember that you have heavenly helpers. Your spiritual team is guiding you through this difficult transition of growing and awakening. You have learned how to make the most out of some things in life, but you are not embracing the true essence of yourself. And there is the promise of a rejoicing in this learning, for there are far too many beautiful things to name that are possible through you, if only you will awaken. It is not as difficult as you would have it to be in your mind. Too many are thinking this over too hard. This is not a strategic thing that needs to be tackled. This is merely you opening up your mind and listening to your soul speak to you and teach you. You are being guided to step into your role now and understand the full essence of who you are and your power. And you are to go forth and to become a spiritual teacher of sorts, to show others how they too can tap into this. It is time for you to awaken, dear ones. It is time for you to remember your past, all of your many lives that you have lived. They are all within you. You know deep in your soul, you have suffered many heartaches and heartbreaks in your love lives, in many lifetimes. You have suffered from many phobias that you have carried forth from those past lives. You have suffered the feeling of imprisonment or even slaveries within this life because of suffering them in past lifetimes. You have suffered the fate of unrequited love. You have suffered the judgment of authority who rained down persecutions and inquisitions against you in those lifetimes. You, loved ones, have great wisdom within you. Wisdom of men of old and men of renown, as you would call Atlantis. And now you have vowed to be here for this time, in this essence, and to regain your sleeping memories. So I say to you, wake up and stand in your power. For this is to be biblical. I want you to listen to nature, be wise, and have the memory of the elephant and tap into your soul's inner fire. Drink up the knowledge of the universe that is within your soul DNA and absorb it as a camel would carry water. You hold the key within you, loved ones. You hold the golden egg. Attach yourself to the spirit of the eagle and allow it to carry your thoughts, your wishes, your dreams into the universe and up to the Great Spirit. Use your hive minds of the bee or the fire ant, not in a slavery, dutiful way, but in a collective manner for the betterment of all. Reach your antenna and your tentacles out into the universe, the astral planes, the ethereal heavens, into each other's minds and souls, as if you were an octopus. Use the arms that God has given you that can attract the necessary healing, wisdom, and love of all. Be reverent and sly like a fox. Use your wit to find the knowledge that is within you. You know where to seek this knowledge. And do it with the speed and the grace of the cheetah. For time is at hand, and you must now focus with crystal clear laser positioning onto the new promise of the new earth and the earth magic that you can call upon and use for the betterment of all. This is an effortless ability, and so many think that it is without their reach. It is time for you to stand in full power as if you are the waterfall, and the flow is natural, in which God works through you to do great things. You, dear ones, you are who you've been waiting for. You have the most amazing power of all beings. It is the power of love. True love for oneself can only come from understanding exactly who you are. It can only come from appreciating and being grateful and feeling blessed for who you are. For God is the creator, and you are his child. So you too shall go forth and prosper and be his child and make him proud. And make yourself proud, because pride is healthy, pride is necessary, or growth is never attained. You must know that you have everything within you already. The key is there. The door is there with the keyhole. All you have to do is put them together and turn it. It is awaiting you. It is your destiny. And it is time. We leave you with this, and we hope to have eased Kelly's quandaries. Okay, so that happened. Um, I guess if you have any questions about any of this, you're welcome to leave them in the comment box, comment area. You know what I mean. Um, oh, I have gum in my mouth. So never done this on camera before. I always feel a little bit out of sorts. Um, I don't know. I don't even know what to say at this moment. So I'm just gonna breathe. Okay, yeah, I really, this feels very awkward to me now. So I'm just gonna go ahead and say goodbye. Uh, and I'll see you again soon.